Hi there, today we're unboxing a Wi-Fi RGB neon strip kit. So this particular one is by EnerJ. Details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. So let's take a quick look around the packaging. So it comes in a package see-through, so you can actually see the neon strip kit together with a remote control. Details over here, so 2-year warranty on this one, and it's IP65 rated. Says it's 3 meters in length. Coming around the back, it highlights it's compatible with the Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, and also works with IFTTT. Works with the EnerJ app, which is EnerJ Smart, but also works with 2-year and SmartLife. Coming around the bottom area, and you can just see the power adapter and instructions in there. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let me quickly go through them one by one. You get a cable to connect to the power adapter, and just to show, it's the sort of connector you'd use on a PC. Build of the cable feels very good quality, fused on there, and the length of the cable is 1 meter. Next we have the DC power adapter, so output on this is 12 volts, 5 amps, 60 watts. Chunky size to this in terms of length of the cable here, it's 80 centimeters, and the build of the cable on this one feels good as well. Next we have the controller. On here it says input DC 5 to 12 volts. It says controller, you've got some QR codes for the app, and you've got 3 cables coming off there. So one cable, which is the DC connection point, obviously connects to the power adapter here. Then the other connector here, you can see pins on this one that connect to the neon strip kit. And then finally you have the sensor for the remote control. So this is the infrared connector. Build wise, cable feels okay, thin cable on there and small in size. Next we have a bag with some fixtures. It contains some screws and some clips for the neon strip kit. Next we have an instruction sheet, details all in English, showing which app to install and details on how to set this up. Next we have a remote control, basic functionality on there, so on, off, brightness levels, color changing options here, modes there, so flash, strobe, fade, smooth, and we've got the white color there. Looking at the back, you can see it gives details of the battery it can accept. So it says CR 2025 to 2032. So 2 possibilities on there. And there's a release there and small bit of plastic. If I pull that out, the battery is now enabled on the remote. Finally, we have the neon strip kit. So build wise, very thick and chunky. So I've already mentioned it's 3 meters long. And in terms of size, it's 8 millimeters thick there and 18 millimeters thick over here. Got a small cable here. So these are the pins you'd connect to the controller that's just down there. The other end is capped off. See if I can pull that off. With the end cover off, this is what you can see in there, and that's the LED strip kit which is in there. And you can just tell it's all covered in rubber all the way around. So looking at the quality of this, very thick and chunky. But if you come round, there's a few little bends in there just to show. Not sure, this is a test sample, hence why we're seeing that, but just highlight, there you go, one there, couple more there. But again, build wise feels good, nice strong feel to it and well constructed. Let's get this strip kit connected up. Get my cable here, get the power adapter, plug that in, DC connector connects into the controller as I've already mentioned, and then the connector here for the output. If I show close up, you can see there's arrows on there, and coming here I can just push the pins straight into there, and there you go, that's connected now. Next we just plug it in. There we have it, working straight away. If I now turn the lights off in the room just to demo it, color quality wise looks very good. Grab the remote, press off, turns it off, obviously turns it on. Looking at the neon strip kit, in terms of color representation and how it looks quite nice because it's all even, as you can see. It doesn't break up in any way. The actual strip here contains an LED strip kit, and it's covered with this rubber all lit up within there. So really nice effect to it. Now if I take the remote, try the different colors out. Color representation is very good on there. And if you had an LED strip side by side, this really does give a better effect on there. Now in terms of attaching it, there's no sticky pad from what I can tell. Obviously you've got to use the mounting bracket to attach it to a surface. So in terms of flexibility, not as flexible as an LED strip kit, because obviously it's so thick and attaching isn't as straightforward. So you wouldn't really use it to attach perhaps on the back of something to glow it, but obviously the effect it gives is quite nice. So there you go, works straight out of the box, no need to install an app. You can use it directly with the remote, and color representation is very good on this. Let me show the different options available via the remote. So at the moment it's off, and just to highlight, if I turn it on, it doesn't work. I've got to point at the receiver, which is here. So a bit annoying really. It should pick up a wider range rather than having to point it directly. As you see, look, won't turn off. Okay, brightness wise, that's at the max. Let's take it down. It comes down nicely, increases well as well. That's maximum now, and obviously I've shown the colors already. So you've got the RGB and then you've got the W for the white. Let's click flash. Just flashes between the colors. Then we've got strobe. Strobe effect. Then we have fade. That's really nice. And we've got smooth. That works really well as well. So good amount of functionality, but I don't like the fact that you have to point it at the receiver. Okay, so let's make a start at setting up this neon strip kit. So I'm on my Android phone. If I click on the Play Store and we search for EnerJ Smart, that's the app you're after. If you haven't got it installed, obviously install it. Then you'll be presented with a dialog to enter in your login credentials. If you don't have an account, register an account. And then once you log in, you can be presented with this dialog. If I click open, there you go. That's what you're initially presented with. Now to add this in, if I click add device, and if I select lighting Wi-Fi, and next we need to get the device in a flashing state. So if I turn it on and off a few times, there you go, it's flashing now. So if I click confirm indicator rapidly blink, next we need to enter in our Wi-Fi password. So let me enter it in off camera. I've entered my password, let me click confirm, and let's give it a moment to connect. There you go, added as easily as that. Let's click done. And if we come back for a moment, this is how it looks like in the app. No shortcuts to turn it on and off, you have to go in there. So if I click on it, this is what you have. Let me go in the corner first, so let's see what options you have. So you can see you've got modify device name, so you can rename it if you wanted. Then you've got device location, check the network, so you can check the network connectivity on there. Supported third-party controls, so you've got Alexa, Google Assistant, IFTTT, and a few others in there as well. Coming down below that, then you've got share devices, so you can share with other people so they can control as well. Create group, so you can group multiple devices together. Device info will contain IP address and MAC address details. Then you've got help and feedback, followed by check for firmware update, and then below that, remove device, restore factory defaults. Coming back from there, you've got big indicator. If I click on that, turn it off, turn it back on again. Coming down below, you've got white, so cool, and we can take it down to warmer color, and brightness levels can be controlled via here as well, which is nice. Color, so you've got the full palette there. You can turn it off from there too. Saturation can be controlled. You can reduce saturation or bring it up. Brightness can be reduced as well, bringing it back up. Then we have scenes. So these are predefined scenes. Let's go through them. So night, reading, party, leisure, soft, rainbow, shine, gorgeous, and that's all the ones you have. Below that you can see music, so if I click on that, allow EnerJ Smart to record audio. So I guess music sync works with audio from your phone. Don't like that sort of idea. I think it should be really off the controller. You don't really want your phone picking this up, but let's try it out anyway. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. So yeah, you can see it syncing slightly with it. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, And that's the music sync. Obviously it tries to change with the noise going on in the room. Coming back from there, schedule, if I click on that. So this is where you can set timers on this device. I'll click on add schedule. You can set your time. You've got a repeat option. So these are the days you want it to occur on. So you can pick those days. Coming back, then you can say what you want to happen, whether to turn on or off. Cancelling out of there, coming back, and that's all the options you have available. So as you saw, very simple to set up and configure. And now if I drop this down, turn off my Wi-Fi, let's just confirm it works via data, turning it off, turning it on, all the same functionality is available. So really good. So you can control it remotely as well, so no ports to open on your router. Next, I just wanted to show the fact that this strip kit can work with the SmartLife and Tuya apps. So SmartLife apps here, if I click on there, click on the plus in the corner, go to lighting, Wi-Fi, need to confirm it's flashing, which it is, as you can see, because I've removed it out of the EnerJ Smart app. Now, if I click confirm indicator rapidly blink, we're presented with Wi-Fi connectivity details. So I've already entered in my Wi-Fi password for other devices, so it's cached those details. So next, let's click confirm. Let's give it a moment. And there you go, it's added in successfully. I'll click done, and coming back looks exactly the same like it does in the EnerJ Smart app. If I go in there, looking at the options, few extra ones within SmartLife. So tap to run and automation, you can see that. So that's if there's any automation set up against it. Offline notification, you also have that. And coming down, colors, so white, colors, all identical in functionality to the EnerJ Smart app. Go to scenes, that looks the same, together with music. So the music syncs in there too. Schedule, add a timer, and this has note and notification as well. So you can add a note against this, so you can be notified when the action is performed. So as you've seen, options available in SmartLife are literally identical to what you see in EnerJ Smart, just a few extra bits in SmartLife. Next, let me quickly show that the device can work with both the Google Home and the Amazon Alexa. So I've got my apps here, Home and Amazon Alexa. Let's begin with the Home app and Google Home. So if I click there, click in the corner, Assistant Settings, Assistant, Home Control, click on the plus, find SmartLife, and then add it in. You'll be presented with a dialog to enter in your login credentials, enter them in, and then it will link to the service. Now coming back, now if I scroll down, there it is. So I can control it via the shortcut here. Turn it on again, go in there, change the brightness, change the color. Good functionality available. Let's take the brightness back up again. Coming in settings, you can see the name, so let's rename it. I'll call it Neon Light. If I click save, shows it links to SmartLife, so you can unlink SmartLife as well. If I go back, you can add to a room too. Now if I unmute my Google Home,
the microphone is back on.
I can say, turn off neon light.
Okay, turning off neon light.
Turn on neon light.
Sure, turning neon light on.
Change neon light brightness to 50%.
Sure, setting neon light brightness to 50%.
Change neon light color to green.
Sure, changing neon light to green.
There you go, as simple as that to get working with the Google Home. Next, let me show how to get this device working with the Amazon Alexa. So if I go to the Alexa app, go over here to skills and games, and we search for SmartLife. That's the skill we're after. If you haven't got it enabled, obviously enable it, enter in your credentials, it will link in then. And now if we come back, go to devices, I go to lights, you can see it there. It's a shortcut here, so if I click there, it turns it off, turns it on. If I go in there, again, you can control brightness, set a color. Very easy, and the same sort of functionality you get with the Google Home. You can create a routine in there. Clicking over here in settings, you can rename it. So I'll rename this to Neon Light. Now if I click done, there you go, it's renamed. You've got delete option here, you've got disable option. Now coming back, and if I unmute my Alexa, I can say Turn off neon light.
Okay.
Turn on neon light.
Okay.
Change neon light color to green.
Okay.
Change neon light brightness to 10%.
Okay.
There you go, as simple as that to set up with the Amazon Alexa and voice control. Next, just to show what's available via smart. So these are smart scenes in SmartLife. So if I click there, click on automation, click on the plus, and looking at the bottom, it says when the device status changes. If we click on that, select the neon strip kit, and these are the options you have available. So switch, mode, bright, color temperature. And then once you've selected it, so you can say if it's on, then you can get a device to do another action. And these are the actions available. Obviously you can get it to switch on and off, change the mode, brightness, and color temperature. So nice to see that functionality available here. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of this Wi-Fi RGB neon strip kit. Excellent strip kit here, I have to admit. Color representation is very good, can work standalone with a remote control, or you can control via your app. It's IP65 rated, so waterproof as well, so it can be placed outside. Bit different from the norm. If you compare it to an LED strip kit, obviously it is nice and chunky on there, and lights are very consistent with it on there. So there you go. Hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.